Have you ever wished that your AI assistant or AI agent could do tasks on your computer? Well, you don't have to wish anymore. Claude just released a groundbreaking features that will allow you to do just that. This will change the way we work forever. For the past year, I've been building automations with tools like Zapier, Make.com, and AI agents with platforms like Relevance AI and Agent.ai. But one of the limitations when it comes to building these AI assistant and AI agent is that they are contained in a box, meaning you have to go to that website, the platform that hosts your agent, to interact with it. And for your agents or assistant to do any kind of task, they will have to interact with different web apps using APIs. And you just have to think of API as your wait staff in a restaurant. You, the user, send in a request, and then that waiter would take that request, send it to the kitchen. The kitchen staff, which is the different web apps, will cook up the complete dish and then send it back to the waiter to bring to your table the complete products. That's how they're interacting right now. But if you want to break it out of that box and have it work with your locally installed programs, then you were out of luck. Previously, this was not possible. There was only one other program prior to Claude releasing this features that was able to do it, which was Cheat Layer, and I'm happy to make another video to talk about cheat layers in depth. Claude essentially is saving us a lot of times because the AI now can perform tasks like clicking the mouse, like typing. It could boost our productivity and completely change how we work in the future. Now, I know you might be thinking,
how does Claude work with my computer? I need to go to Claude's website right now to interact with it. So how does it work with my computer?
Well, let me share with you their vision.
So I'm Sam, and I'm one of the researchers here at Anthropic. Computer use is something that we felt was going to be important for a while now. And so today we're going to be talking about a very early version we have of computer use and walking through a representative example of the things we think it's going to be useful for. We're going to be going through a quick demo today. In this fictional demo, a customer, in this case the Ant Equipment Company, has come to us and asked us to fill out a vendor request form. The data I need to fill out this form is scattered in various places on my computer. What we're going to do is ask Claude to look at the spreadsheet, check if Ant Equipment is in there, and if not, move over to the CRM and try and find some more information there. Once it has this data, Claude's going to then fill out the form for us and hopefully transfer the information across to the vendor form. The first thing that's going to happen is Claude's going to start taking screenshots of my screen and quickly realizes that the Ant Equipment Company isn't actually in the spreadsheet. So the first thing it does is it swaps over to a CRM and searches for the company we're interested in. Luckily, we get a search match, and Claude then starts scrolling through the page, looking for all the information it needs to fill out this form. Claude then autonomously starts transferring the information across without me having to do anything, and goes through the steps and fills out all the information needed. And then submits the form. This example is representative of a lot of drudge work that people have to do. This is available in the API. We're excited for people to try it, and we should expect things to get a lot better over the coming months.
I'm Pooja, and I'm a researcher at Anthropic. I'm going to show you a simple example of computer use today. My friend's coming to San Francisco next week, and I want to take him to do some touristy stuff. I think doing a sunrise hike with a view of the Golden Gate Bridge never gets old. So I'll ask Claude to figure out some logistics for us. I'll ask Claude to find a good place to see the sunrise, to help me figure out timing logistics, and help drop a calendar invite so I remember when I have to leave. It's opening Chrome, going to Google, searching, and it looks like it's found something. Great. So how far away is the location from my place? It's opening maps, searching for the distance between my area and the hiking location. Cool. So now it looks like Claude is searching for the sunrise time tomorrow. And is now dropping it into my calendar. And populating it with some details. And great, it looks like Claude did it. This is a simple example, but we're sharing computer use early to learn from what people build.
I'm Alex. I lead developer relations at Anthropic, and today I'm going to be showing you a coding task with computer use. So we're going to be showing Claude doing a website coding task by actually controlling my laptop. But before we start coding, we need an actual website for Claude to make changes to. So let's ask Claude to navigate to Claude.ai within my Chrome browser and ask Claude within Claude.ai to create a fun 90s themed personal homepage for itself. Claude opens Chrome, searches for Claude.ai, and then types in a prompt asking the other Claude to create a personal homepage for itself. Claude.ai returns some code, and that gets nicely rendered in an artifact on the right-hand side. That looks great, but I want to make a few changes to the website locally on my own computer. Let's ask Claude to download the file and then open it up in VS Code. Claude clicks the Save to File button, opens up VS Code, and then finds the file within my Downloads folder and opens it up. Perfect. Now that the file is up and running, let's ask Claude to start up a server so that we can actually view the file within our browser. Claude opens up the VS Code terminal and tries to start a server. But it hits an error. We don't actually have Python installed on our machine. But that's all right because Claude realizes this by looking at the terminal output and then tries again with Python 3, which we do have installed on our machine. That works. So now the server's up and running. Now that we have the local server started, we can go manually take a look at the website within the browser. And it looks pretty good, but I noticed that there's actually an error in the terminal output, and we also have this missing file icon at the top here. Let's ask Claude to identify this error and then fix it within the file. Claude visually reads the terminal output and then opens up the Find and Replace tool in VS Code to find the line that's throwing the actual error. In this case, we just ask Claude to get rid of the error entirely, so it will just delete the whole line. Then Claude will save the file and automatically rerun the website. So now that the error is gone, let's go take a final look at our website, and we can see that the file icon has disappeared and the error is gone as well. Perfect. So that's coding with computer use and Claude. This took a few prompts now, but we can imagine in the future that Claude will be able to do tasks like this end to end.
So essentially what you just heard from the Claude's engineer is that with computer use, their AI is now able to take screenshot, type, and click the mouse. Those are things that AI were not able to do previously. And now, with this, it will completely change how developer could make software and programs for us. Not only that, because we can now use different AI to help us write code and develop programs, we potentially could create our own program for our own unique use case. Now, let me share with you a little bit of what I can find about computer use because there was not a lot on their main blog page. I'm going to share a link to this page in the description so that you can read it for yourself. Right off the bat, you can see it says the upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet model is capable of interacting with tools. Let me take a look at the warning here and see what it said. Computer use is a beta feature. Please be aware that computer use poses unique risks that are distinct from standard API features or chat interfaces. Okay? To minimize risks, consider taking precautions such as using a dedicated virtual machine, avoid giving the model access to sensitive data. That makes sense because right now it's in beta, you're testing it out, you don't want to give any sensitive data. But down the road, when this is perfected, I can see a lot more people building apps that allow us to use this in our daily workflow. So down here is telling us how to optimize the performance of computer use, which is with prompting. Some tips for getting the best quality outputs: specify simple, well-defined tasks and provide explicit instructions for each step. So this is similar to cheat layers, which I mentioned briefly at the beginning of this video. To make the AI work the task, you need to tell it exactly what you want. For example, if I wanted it to click on the search box here, I would have to say, go to the top of the screen, look for a box with the word search in light gray color and click on it. Then the AI will know how to go there next time. You have to be really detailed sometimes, but that's the beginning of this, right? That's the beauty. Right now, yes, we have to do the groundwork, the legwork to teach the AI what to do. Eventually, we don't have to anymore. Then let's see. The second point, Claude sometimes assumes outcomes of its actions without explicitly checking their result. To prevent this, you can prompt Claude with, after each step, take a screenshot and carefully evaluate if you have achieved the right outcome. Explicitly show your thinking. Like, I have evaluated step X. If not correct, try again. Only when you can confirm a step was executed correctly should you move on to the next one. Right now it's hard to use. Maybe now this feature is suitable for more of a developer, not a normal user like you and I. Normal business owners, entrepreneur like us, we want to use the product. We don't want to develop it. But we are able to if we choose to, because this entire document is here for everyone to read. Now that you understand a little more about how computer use work, let's take a step and explore how this would actually work in the real world. Imagine this. You are a real estate agent. It's 8 a.m. You just got to your office. You fire up your computer and go prepare your morning coffee. You come back. The AI had already scanned your emails, your calendar, and give you a list of priorities for you to review. Your task now is to confirm the AI's assumption of your urgent tasks and things you need to do for that day. Claude then logs into your CRM and saw a lead that you haven't touched for 48 hours. It automatically fired off an email, not just any email, a personalized email to that contact, and even send a text message to warm up that lead. Your coffee is now ready, you can tackle your day. Your AI is in the background doing all the mundane tasks, allowing you time to meet with your clients and really focus on things that matter. Now you go on with your day, you meet with your clients, and now you have a bunch of notes that you have taken from interviewing your clients about their needs, what they want to do, what area, what zip code they want to buy, the school they're looking for, do they have kids? All of that notes that you normally have to type into your CRM, you can now just outsource to your AI assistant or agent. Your AI agent now can input all of that data into your CRM for you. The power of this technology lies in its ability to do tasks, not just online, but also on your local computer. Because you might have software, you might have programs that are not online. But something as simple as copy and paste between Google Sheet and your ChatGPT, let's say, or Claude. You still have to do that yourself, but if your AI agent could perform the task by taking a screenshot, taking the data from one web app to another web app, or taking information from one program on your computer to the web app, that would save you hours. And that, my friend, is a preview of what AGI can bring to us. Just imagine when we have artificial general intelligence and they can actually do tasks like this. Now you combine this with the ability to reason like GPT 401 or GPT-01. When it's ready, you have something that could perform tasks. You have something that could reason as well as a PhD student, or even better. Then you and I can get so much more done in so much shorter of a time frame. All right, now that wasn't all. The Anthropic team has been very busy and they're releasing two amazing models, upgrade to their latest Sonnet 3.5 and Haiku. So what's the fuss about the latest Sonnet 3.5 model? Well, besides the computer use, it also had one major upgrade that I'm really excited for. And that is this right here, coding. It's rated at 93.7% better with human evaluations. The previous model, 3.5 Sonnet, was at a 92%. Why is this a major deal? Because the previous model, the previous 3.5 model, was already exceptional at writing code. With this upgrade, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the industry leading software engineer. So let's take a look at what they claim here. The updated Claude 3.5 Sonnet shows wide range improvements on industry benchmarks, with particularly strong gains in agentic coding and tool use tests. On coding, it improves performance on SWE Bench Verify from 33.4% to 49%, scoring higher than all publicly available models, including reasoning models like OpenAI o1 Preview and specialized system designed for agentic coding. This makes me wonder if something like Devin, basically an agentic coding platform, if they had access to this model, what would it be like? You just describe the app that you want to build and then it goes and do everything for you, even debugging. This is interesting. Let's just keep going here. Early customer feedback suggests that upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet represent a significant leap for AI-powered coding. I think this is a move in the right direction because Claude was already strong at coding. Now we see it's kind of like in the business world, whatever you are strong at, you carve out a niche for yourself and you double down. And I think Claude going this route is going to make this product a lot better than everyone else, and it will be hard for other language models to catch up. And as I mentioned before about Devin, here it is. Cognition uses the new Claude 3.5 Sonnets for autonomous AI evaluation and experienced substantial improvement in coding, planning, and problem solving compared to the previous version. Cognition Lab is the company that launched Devin, an autonomous agent to write code. But wait, there is more. There is another model that Claude will be releasing at the end of this month. That is not only better, but also cheaper in terms of API costs. What I'm talking about is the Haiku 3.5 model. Now, since we don't have access to it yet, let me go back to that document and read what it's all about. So, Claude 3.5 Haiku, state-of-the-art meets affordability and speed. I'm sure you're aware we have a limit on the amount of times we can use Claude Sonnet right now. And when that runs out, you are forced to go to the Haiku or Opus model. That is the fastest, but in terms of performance, no, it's not as good as Sonnet 3.5. So hopefully, with this upgrade, it will be even better in terms of performance. Claude 3.5 Haiku is the next generations of our fastest models. For the same cost and similar speed to Claude 3 Haiku, Claude 3.5 Haiku improves across every skill set, surpasses even Claude 3 Opus, the largest model in the previous generation, on many intelligence benchmarks. Claude 3.5 Haiku is particularly strong on coding tasks. Again, it looks like Anthropic is pushing their large language model toward a niche. Obviously, this is just my speculation, but all the things that they're releasing right now is pushing for stronger coding skill. And here it says, for example, it scores 40.6 on SWE Bench Verify, outperforming many agents using publicly available state-of-the-art models, including the original Claude Sonnet 3.5 and GPT-4o. Oh, this is interesting. It's better than the current 3.5 Sonnet and GPT-4o. If this is true, this is crazy. With low latency, improved instructions following, and more accurate to use, Claude 3.5 Haiku is well suited for user-facing products. So that means this is better for chatbots. Chatbot on your website to interact with your customers about your products, your knowledge base, to answer questions. Then, Haiku 3.5 is going to be the better model to use going forward. And it says here, specialized sub-agent tasks generating personalized experiences from huge volume of data. And this is what I was talking about with the chatbot. And then also like purchase history, pricing, inventory. If you run an e-commerce store and you need to have an AI chatbot on your website to interact with customer, check inventory, prices, this is going to be the model for you to go to. I cannot wait to see what 3.5 Haiku will perform like. And we will all get access to it in about a week or two here. So there you have it. We have talked about 3 incredible news from Anthropic's Claude. They have released Computer Use, which is a tool to interact with your computer by taking screenshot, by clicking and typing. We also talk about the new upgraded Sonnet 3.5 model and 3.5 Haiku. They are truly pushing the boundaries for what is possible with AI and automations, letting business owners, entrepreneurs to work better, to work smarter, and save some money along the way. Let me know in the comment if you have access to Sonnet 3.5, the upgraded version, and what's your reaction to it. If you haven't yet, give this video a like, a subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It will really help out the channel with the algorithm. And if you are someone who are interested in discussing about AI automation, how to bring AI into your own business, click on the link below to schedule a consulting call with me. And finally, if you're interested in using AI to code your next web app, check out the video in the suggestions coming up. That's all I have. See you in the comment.